up, YouTube? It's me, Natalie, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another Halloween special video. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a special effects slit throat. This is something that I did last year for Halloween that I wanted to show with you guys how I did it. As you can see, the top I'm wearing, or really a dress I'm wearing, already has blood on it because this is what I wore last year for Halloween. Last year I was a dead bride, so I did have a white dress on with blood on it, and then my throat was slit, and then I had, you know, the makeup and everything. I will insert some pictures so you guys can see what I look like from last year, but today we're just focusing on the slit throat, not so much the whole bride get up and the outfit. This is exciting because you guys all know I love Halloween. So this can be used with any type of outfit that you want. Anything that's like bloody, gory, or if you want to give the illusion of some type of slit throat or whatever the case is. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Please comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you like everything, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and let's get into it. Okay guys, so I zoomed you guys in a little bit more on my neck area because that's where we're going to be focusing. So what I'm starting with is I have liquid latex, and you can use whatever liquid latex that you have. I know you can find these at the Halloween store. You can find them online, and I will link everything I use below, or I'll let you guys know the name so you guys can check them out. But so I poured some of the liquid latex on a plate that I have, just like a old plate that I have or whatever, and I'm starting with a sponge. Okay, and so I'm dipping into the liquid latex, and now I'm going to apply that on my neck area. So basically where I want to start, where I want the slit to be. So you're just gonna go ahead and apply it all on your neck, just like this. Okay, so I applied my first layer, and I'm actually gonna let this dry, and what I'm gonna do is when this dries, I'm actually gonna go in and I'm going to apply another layer of liquid latex, but I'm going to let it blow dry with my blow dryer because liquid latex does take a while to dry, and we want to speed up this process. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the blow dryer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the second layer of liquid latex on top of the layer I just did. Okay, so with the second layer, so I just applied the second layer, I'm actually going to take some tissue paper, just regular tissue paper, and I'm going to tear it just like that. I'm probably going to even tear it even smaller, and I'm basically tearing small strips just like this one, and I'm going to place the small strip on top of that second layer of super tongue twister, of the liquid latex that we just put on, just like that. Okay, so you're putting that tissue paper on top of that still wet liquid latex, and now we're gonna go over it again with some more liquid latex. So you're putting liquid latex on top of the tissue paper that you just put down. So with this tissue paper that we're putting on, it helps create the thickness with the liquid latex and almost like the skin wrinkle like appearance. So now, again, we want to hit this with a blow dryer, let it dry, because we always want to make sure everything's dry before we go on with another layer, because we are going to do about 4 to 5 of these layers depending on how thick that you want it. But I'm gonna do about 4 or 5 of these layers of liquid latex, tissue, liquid latex, dry, and then so on and so forth. All right, you guys, so the first layer is dry, so now we're gonna move on to the second layer. And again, you're putting on your liquid latex. You are taking your tissue. You're putting that on top. So again, on top of that tissue, you're going in with another layer of the liquid latex on top of it. But we want to make sure it's real thick so that we can cut it. Do you guys remember the Proud Family in Wizard Kelly where you can never see the top of his head? Wizard Kelly, y'all. That's what I feel like. Okay, so that is the second layer applied. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the blow dryer again and dry it. Okay, so now this second layer is dry. Now we are moving on to the third layer. So again, liquid latex, tissue, liquid latex. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go in with the last layer, which is the 5th layer. So I just want to let you know how many layers I ended up doing. So I did 5 layers, and now I'm just going in on top and doing the last layer. All right, you guys, so I did 5 layers. It's dry, and now I'm going to cover it up with foundation. So clearly it looks a lot darker than my actual color, but that is okay. I'm just going in with my foundation that I use regularly for my face, and don't worry about if it's not the exact same color, just because we will be putting in more colors, like creating like a bruising effect and all that good stuff. Okay, so I have my neck covered with my foundation. Obviously the color is a little off just because it's on top of a bunch of liquid latex, but like I said, that is okay. So now I have this bruising makeup set, and I got it from the Halloween store. And so what I'm going to be doing on the very top is this, like, it's like a skin color, but it's almost like a doo-doo skin color. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But I'm going to be taking this, and I'm actually going to be putting this around and just giving it more color and more depth. And I'm actually going to take it with, let's do it with a beauty blender. See, I have the color. And I'm just going to dab it around, because we don't want your neck to be like just one color. Okay, so I added in that bruise color, and now on top of the foundation, on top of that bruising color, I'm actually going to now set my neck with just any type of setting powder that you have. The setting powder that I'm using is from NYX. Nothing special. It's not like my good Rihanna one, but the liquid latex does have like a very sticky feeling to it. So this will help with that. Okay, so now we have our neck with the foundation. We have some of the bruising color in it, and then we set it with the setting powder. So now we are going to cut the slit. So disclaimer, please be very careful with scissors on your neck. So what you're gonna do first, so this area right here is the thicker part of where I have put the tissue. So I'm gonna cut where I want my slit to start. I'm gonna cut like a little incision, and I'm gonna go in very carefully, not open it up. so as you guys can see, I created an opening, but now the only thing is that this slit isn't big enough. So I want to open it up even more. So I'm actually going to cut more out of it, opening up the slit. Okay, so now we have this slit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull the edges to kind of create like that curling effect and make it look more like skin. See? So I'm just going in and pulling. So I'm taking a blush trio that I have from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the Berry Adore, and I'm going to take this color over here and I'm going to put it around the wound, because now again we want to create more of that bruising effect. So now we're adding in some of that color. So I'm putting it all around. Okay, so now using that same blush palette, I'm going in with this darker blush and I'm putting that around the slit area. Okay, so now we've created, you know, the bruising. Now it has like more of that red color. So now I'm gonna go back with this bruising kit that I got from my local Halloween spirit store, and I'm gonna go in with this red color that's here, and with the red color I'm going to put that all throughout the inside of the wound. Okay, so we have our red inside and we kind of put it all over, creating more of the bloody look. And I'm going to go back in with this blush palette and I'm going back to the dark one. And I'm actually going to go in and just kind of go over again with that dark blush. Just real quick like that. Okay, so now to the bloody part. So this next part I am using, it's coagulated blood gel. So it's like thick blood gel. It's not like the runny blood, and comes like this. So it's super thick, as you can see, and I'm actually going to put that inside the wound. So it gives that darker, because we all, you know, we've seen real cuts. It's not just all red and bright and fresh blood. It's the thick and clumped blood as well. All right, so we have our coagulated blood gel inside. Oh, and dripped on me. That's okay. And so now we are going to do the next part. All right, you guys, so for this very last part, now we are gonna add that bright and runny blood. So I'm taking the bottle of blood that I got from the spirit store, and you can also find fake blood online, and I'm taking a textured sponge that I also got at the spirit store. And I'm going to dip into the blood. And this is the whole reason why I wore this outfit, because this is the part where it's gonna get messy. And I am just applying that real generously, because we want it to drip too. All right, you guys, and here you have it. You have your slit throat. Honestly, the longest part of it all is just having the liquid latex dry. And it's up to you, you know, if you want a bigger slit, if you want it to be like more when you lift your neck up, you see the cut. If you want more blood, you can add more blood, but this is what you have. This is what we got, guys, and I hope you like it. I hope some of you guys can use this for your Halloween costumes. Super simple. Just as long as you got some blood, you're good to go, honey. So yeah, so hit that subscribe button, comment below, let me know what you guys think, and happy Halloween.